bus where I used to sit for my coffee every day when I was too scared to sit in Starbucks. It's kind of weird looking back at it. I don't often come down this road anymore. Hi guys, there's a really nice noise going on that I only just noticed. Oh my god, can you tell like I'm getting tireder and tireder by the day? Okay, really quickly. Oh my brain, it hurts. Yeah, so the one thing about that noise, oh my god, okay. One of the positive things about doing a vlog every day for a week is that it kind of makes me, like forces me to do an exposure, even if I don't feel like it. Now today I didn't have anything written down, and I'll talk a bit more about that later because I didn't have a very good night all morning and I couldn't think of something to do like now. Like that's the problem, that's why I have to plan it like the day before. So I just thought of one that would be a really good one to do like in general, which would be to revisit the gym in my building. Now I did actually do a video on this, but I haven't actually posted it, so I'm not sure if that will go up before this. But anyway, last time, like I have this massive fear of treadmills. I'm sure I told you about this, but if I haven't, really quickly, the one time I ever went on one, I got such bad vertigo. I wasn't aware that this was a thing that happens if you have never used a treadmill before, and I had a panic attack after I got off it. So this is quite a loaded thing for me to go on a treadmill, and unfortunately in our gym that's the only piece of equipment I can work because there is a recumbent exercise bike which would be my preference, but I can't get it to work and I don't know how to adjust it, so I've got to learn, but I can't do that like right now. So my idea for my exposure would be to just go up there now and just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, 3 minutes, anything, just go on it, you know, and then come back. Problem is, it is already, I'm gonna have to check the time. Okay, it's already 4:20 in the afternoon, and most people in the building want to use the gym, like I'm guessing from about 5, like some people get home from work like at that time, and then it gets really busy, so I want to go in there preferably when there's no one there, or at least when there's a machine free. So my plan is to run up there, get changed, and I think I'm just gonna I might take my MP3 player and listen to some music, because I couldn't get my Wi-Fi to work there, even though I'm only 1 floor away from the gym. I wanted to watch a YouTube video whilst doing it, because then that would be like an enjoyable thing to do whilst doing something not very enjoyable. So that's my plan. The only problem is I haven't eaten yet, and I mean I ate some porridge, some oats, like when I got up. So I ate at 12, but I haven't eaten my lunch yet, and I'm going, I really want to eat my lunch, because I went and got some lunch, which I'll also tell you about in a minute, like I mean after. So I'm thinking if I just go up really, really quickly, do a really short little walk, it's not going to hurt me to do that, right? And then I can come back and eat my lunch and carry on. So that is my plan. I hope I follow through with it. I will tell you if I don't, because it still really, really scares me, and that's why I'm doing it, because it really fucking scares me, and it's something I can do that's really quick, doesn't involve going anywhere because it's so late already, and I have a load of other stuff I want to do today, just housework bullshit, but I'm just so fucking tired. I need to rest and not like go on missions to the beach or shops and stuff. So yeah, that is my plan. I shall let you know how it goes. Okay, I am off now and I'm terrified, and I just wanted to show you something. I get really paranoid about what to wear. I don't have like proper workout clothes. I have some like workout pants, but I don't have a top, so I was like, do I just wear a hoodie and a vest? I don't fucking know. I'm just gonna go and do it. And yes, I'm very nervous. And now there's a cat on my leg, and that's no good. Buddy, no. Darling. No, darling, no. Oh, he's after my zip. Well, the air conditioning isn't working down here, which massively sucks, but I'm at the treadmill, and this is actually the other one. I figured I might try the other one just noticed you could see my reflection in the mirror. Yeah, just to see if it made me feel any different using this one, so off we go. Yay! I did it! I did it! I went on the treadmill and I did it for 10 minutes. So I didn't do it for 3 or 5, I did it for 10. and I'm really proud of myself for doing that, and I'm trying to be genuine about that. I know I looked away when I said that, but I am I'm still a little bit out of breath because I was really anxious while I was doing it, so that coupled with actually exercising is like using up a lot of your oxygen and stuff, so I'm kind of like and yeah, I was going to leave anyway when I left, but it just happened to coincide with another girl coming in and using the other treadmill, and you can't actually see each other because there's a wall, like there's a post wall, you know, supporting post thing in the way, but I could hear her machine, and she literally just got on it and started fucking like pounding it, like running really fast, and I'm literally walking at 1 mile an hour so that I'm just doing it and not getting, like, trying not to get dizzy when I get off, and just trying to just go on a treadmill full stop. I'm not thinking I'm going to go down and start running, but it kind of it kind of sucked because it kind of made me go, this was a bit pointless, because she just get on and started fucking running like a marathon, and I was like, crap. And I shouldn't compare myself or let it get me down, that, you know, because this is her training, you know, she does this every day, I've seen her before, so it's like, you know, obviously if you've been working out every day for a long time, you're going to be running, you know, if that is your choice. So but I kind of wish it hadn't happened, because it kind of, I feel a bit like it undermined my effort, even though it doesn't. I know that, but I can't help thinking that. I'm not gonna lie, it was fine. Once I remembered how to use it, because it's a bit confusing for someone who isn't used to a treadmill. I listened to my music, which was actually really good, but I had nothing to look at, and I just kept looking around, and apparently that's something you don't think you're supposed to do, is kind of look around to the side of you and stuff when you're on a treadmill, because that can make you more dizzy. I'm not sure if that's true or if that's what you're supposed to do. Oh god, I'm so confused. Anyway, like the TV wasn't on or anything, and I didn't want to turn it on, well I couldn't find the thing anyway, but anyway, that's why it would be so good if I could watch a video while I was down there on my phone, because I get bored really easily, like if I don't have anything to, like, I need like a visual stimulation and like a mental one and something to listen to, you know, I need to be stimulated in lots of different ways, otherwise I'm just kind of like, a bit bored now, you know. So I just kept staring at the numbers and kind of going, at first I was like, okay, let's make it to 3 minutes, and then I was kind of playing with the heart rate monitor and then going, okay, let's see if we can get our heart rate up to a certain number. I can't remember what it was, wasn't very high, but you know, just something. So I got up to that high, so I kept setting myself like little goals to achieve longer than 3 minutes, you know, and then I was like, okay, let's go for 5 minutes, okay, let's go to the end of the song that I'm listening to, oh, I like this next song that's come on, let's go to the end of this, you know, and then let's slow down like all the way to practically not moving, to try and lower our chances of getting vertigo when we get off. So I did go for longer than 10 minutes, which is thumbs up, but when I did get off, even though I had slowed down my walking for a good 2 or 3 minutes, I still got dizzy, which wasn't as bad as last time. Obviously I'm not panicking or anything, but I hate being dizzy, I hate vertigo, I just hate it so much, and it really ramps my anxiety up. So I think it's just a case of like doing it over and over and over again until it stops. It's supposed to stop if you do it frequently enough. Last time I tried, it's got to be over 2 months ago, so I think, you know, if I could even just go down there and do 5 minutes a day, I think eventually I would stop being dizzy. But I did get off, and, you know, I did the thing you're supposed to do, and I stood on the floor, you know, just stood holding onto the machine. I stood there for a good 30 seconds, and I thought, okay, I'm just going to walk around the machine to test if I'm dizzy or not, because I didn't want to walk in front of this girl, because I felt really, like, exposed and, you know, nervous and stuff, and I thought I was okay, so I went to go, but to go you have to walk the whole length of the room in front of the other girl that was running, and halfway through the room where there's nothing to hold on to, I suddenly went, oh my god, no, 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 and I was like, I stopped like this, and I thought, she must think I'm insane, because I was just like, I think I'm gonna fall over, oh my god, yeah, you know. So I kind of forced myself to try and keep walking, and I was walking a bit like Frankenstein, stamping. But then also I'm thinking, well, if she knows anything about treadmills or running, she probably knows what's happening, you know, and that I'm clearly like a first time, well, not clearly, but, you know, I'm a first time treadmill user and it's possible to get dizzy. So that's what I'm going to go with, is that I'm not going to think about what she thinks of me because, you know, if she hadn't been there, the same thing would have happened. I just wouldn't have had to deal with the thought of someone looking at me. But yeah, so I was okay by the time I kind of got myself into the corridor and back in the lift. No, that's a lie, because I got out of the lift at my floor and then I got out and started moving again, and I was like, oh, so I had to kind of hold the wall all the way back to my room, my apartment, but it's gone now and it's okay. So yeah, good stuff. That's all I really have to say on that subject, and I will come back later and talk about what happened with my sleep schedule, which is what these vlogs this week are actually supposed to be about. If you can hear anything, I've got the air conditioning on and the vents right there, but I've also got the washing machine running, and oh my god, my throat, there's something wrong with it. I'm sorry, I will probably have edited out that lovely coughing bit that just happened. I don't know what's happening. I think I'm getting sick, to be honest. I've been trying to pretend like it's not happening, but every day my cough gets worse. Okay, so since I last filmed, which was probably about 4 hours ago. Oh no, Jess, it's been a lot longer. Okay. It's like 9 in the evening now, and we haven't had dinner because I decided to go all weird and Wonder Woman-y. And when I say that, me and a friend back home used to call them Wonder Woman days, where you had more energy than normal, or you just got like a burst of energy out of nowhere, and then you just did like all the housework and like all like made videos or just did loads and loads and loads of stuff in a really short space of time. I call that having a mood swing of the hyperactive nature. That's kind of what happened. And sorry, I'm just looking at, I think I might have broken my wardrobe door. No wonder it made that noise. Yeah, so I think I had a Wonder Woman afternoon, because I am exhausted, and I was exhausted like at the beginning of the day, but then I guess it was after I had coffee and then I came home and went to the gym, and then kind of think I got a bit hyper off that because I was like, oh my god, I did something sort of thing. And then what else did I do? I did so much bloody crap. Oh my god. I did, honestly, okay, no joke, I did 6 loads of laundry today. We have the most enormous washing machine, okay? It's not like a normal size, well, not to me anyway. I've never had one that can handle 2 sets of bed linen at once. Very odd to me. I mean, it's brilliant, but it's really weird. So I tend to just do like loads and loads and loads of stuff. That doesn't make any sense. That makes it sound like I should have done less loads. But yeah, I did all the bedding, all the towels, all the clothes, just absolutely everything, one after another after another. And the dryer is really efficient as well, so yeah. Interesting. But that's what I mean about like weirdly active. Like I don't normally do 6 loads of laundry in one go. Like that's weird. And then of course folding it all. You know, I have actually folded it all. I did a crap ton of tidying up in that corner over there that I'm still not going to show you because it's still a bloody mess. But we've got this kind of, you know how people have a junk drawer? I say we have a junk corner. Did I just say drunk drawer? I meant junk drawer. The words are losing the meanings. Yeah, I call it a junk corner because we just haven't got our storage sorted out quite right in the bedroom. So the entire corner over there just gets stuff put in it. And it's where all the like laundry baskets are, but oh God. Anyway, it's a horrible mess, so I tried to clean it up. And then I actually went on this channel and finally responded to all the comments that were there. I didn't actually know that they were there. I knew some of them were there. Oh my god, there's some sort of fly in the room. So I actually responded to all the comments on this channel, and it was so lovely because I do get emails from YouTube saying, oh, you've got a comment on your channel, but I miss them a lot. Like I get a lot of crap in my inbox every single day. I mean, my regular email, I get a lot of messages. I get way too many notifications that I need to turn off from like Facebook and Pinterest and things like that. So I do actually miss my YouTube notifications sometimes. And also, I can't reply to them from my phone. I can't approve them from my phone. So I have to actually go on the laptop to do that. As you know, I haven't had a computer. So I finally got a chance to go on the laptop and do that, and I kind of sat down with my lunch and did it, and I was like, oh, and it was so lovely because there were all these really nice supportive comments from you all, and it was just like made me all happy, and you know, it was really nice feeling. So thank you for all your comments. It really means a lot to me that anyone gives a crap about what I'm doing. And I was catching up on I think one of the first girls I met kind of through this channel that I didn't know before, and I instantly forget the channel's name. It's Sherry. I know that's her name, but her channel she keeps having to change her channel name because YouTube is a bit crap sometimes and do horrible things. I think it's called The Sherry Show. I'm pretty sure it's The Sherry Show. Anyway, hello. And yeah, I love her channel, so I got to catch up with some of her videos, which was really cool, and that made me happy. And then I just turned into this ball of doing stuff. And that's when all the laundry happened. Oh, I wear a CPAP mask because I have sleep apnea. I cleaned all my CPAP stuff, which is a real pain in the ass. I fucking hate doing it. You know, like when you have a hamster when you're a kid and you just leave it a bit too long. It's disgusting. I really hate doing it. If any of you have sleep apnea, I'm sure you understand. And if you have any tips on how to do it quicker or easier, tell me. I hate it. Did all that. I cleaned the kitchen, and when I say I cleaned the kitchen, I mean under the toaster. Like, everything. Okay? Like, weird kind of super duper cleaning. Like, receipts being put in the right place and everything. Oh, good lord. My other half came home about 3 hours ago, and he's been asleep on the sofa ever since. And I've just been running around doing all this stuff. It's so weird. It's like, I mean, he's exhausted, the poor guy. He's doing loads of overtime, so it's like he needs to get an extra nap in whenever he can. But it's just funny that I can make that much noise around him and him stay asleep. I'm literally clattering about, you know. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to talk about my sleep now because I apparently am in a very chatty mood. Okay, this week's vlogs have got two reasons for them, okay? Firstly, it was to document my... How can I still not have a word for this? This is my third video. Jesus, Jess. My sleep schedule... what is that? What experiment? My sleep schedule change experiment. Oh god, you know what I mean. If you don't know what I mean, go back and watch one of the other videos. I probably haven't explained it any better there either, but I might have done it in the description box. Yeah. So that's one of the reasons I started. That's the whole reason I started making videos this week. But the other one was obviously to do an exposure every day. So, the sleep. The sleep is bad. The sleep is sucking. I am very bad at the sleep. Oh my god, is that fly? Jesus. No, no. I feel like such a massive failure. It's horrible. I cried first thing when I woke up because I realised what I'd done. And yeah, I just keep starting off the day really terribly because I just keep failing at my mission of changing my sleeping habits. And it's literally the third day, and I did it for one day, and that was it. And the minute I fucked up on Tuesday because of having to stay up doing the paperwork, it just threw me off because it like wasn't perfect anymore. And I'm a bloody control freak, perfectionist, OCD head person, and yeah, if I don't think something's perfect anymore, not that anything is ever perfect, and I'm like the furthest thing from perfect ever. I do nothing perfectly, so I don't understand why I ever expect anything to be perfect, but for some reason my brain does. Or at least it wants things to be a very particular way, and things rarely are. So the minute I cock something up, or I think I've fucked something up, sorry if my language is right off today, it's just, oh, that's how I talk and it's just coming out. Yeah. Oh, I've made myself forget now. I think I was saying that the minute I believe I've ruined something, then it's almost like I give up right then and there, because it's not perfect anymore. When I say perfect, I mean in my, you know, it's not the way I want it to be. So it's weird. I described it earlier to my other half like a dieter's mentality. Like, not that I like to call, like, if I try and lose weight or get healthy or whatever, I don't like to call it a diet, because the word diet has really negative connotations to me. But I realise the word diet is probably just the easier way to say what I want to say. It's like a dieter's mentality when they want, like, they go on a diet and it's Monday and they do really well, and, like, you know, they're like, yeah, I'm going to do it this time, I'm going to do it this time. They're really enthusiastic, everything goes perfectly, and Tuesday comes and they're like, okay, it's a bit harder today, but I'm going to do it. And you might go through this for however long, you know, pretend it's a week of 100% perfection on your diet. You haven't eaten one extra calorie, you've done all your workouts, and then Sunday night comes and somehow a piece of chocolate cake makes its way into your mouth, and you do not know how. But your impulses, your mental impulses take over from your logic, and your, you know, what you want, you know, what you actually, it's not like you forget what you want, that your aim is to be on this diet. It's like your impulse just takes over in your mind, and for some reason you end up eating the cake, and then you're like, fuck, I've ruined it all, might as well just give up. That's how I described, well, almost everything in my life, but this sleeping thing, because I feel like I messed it up. It's like it's getting worse and worse and worse, and I don't want that to happen. How do I force myself to get back onto this? Like tonight, you know, it's still only Wednesday, so I started Sunday night, so it's still only Wednesday, and it's like, I'm supposed to do this for 5 weeks. So far I feel like I'm doing a really shit job, and the more shit I believe I become at it, the worse it makes me feel in general. So I've got to do something about this. It does not matter how exhausted I am or how tired I am. It has very little bearing on when I go to sleep. It's like I have to watch my YouTube before I go to sleep, or read, or do something. I can't explain it. All I know is it's a problem, and it's almost like an addiction. Like I said, it's like my impulses, they take over. My subconscious impulses for, what's that word? Gratification? Like, I want the pleasure of watching YouTube and being happy and relaxing me and everything. That becomes more important than sticking to the sleeping plan that in the long term is supposed to give me all those things. But yeah, at the time it's easier to kind of, well, it's not easier, it's not like I'm thinking properly, it just takes over. I'm not trying to not take responsibility for my actions, because I do, but it's 2 AM comes and I'm like, do you know what, I want to watch one more video, and then it all just goes downhill because I go on some weird YouTube path that leads me to places, and I get like really absorbed in it, and I get really relaxed, and then I'm happy, and I'm like, I don't want to give that up. So it's proving to be really freaking difficult. So anyway, enough of this. Last night I managed to go to sleep at 4:30 AM, which is appalling because it's basically worse than I was before I started. I was getting to sleep at about 4, so I'm getting to sleep at 4:30, and this isn't actually because of insomnia or anything. It used to be because of insomnia. I'm not going to go too much into why I ended up the way I did with my sleeping. A lot of it, I mean 90% of it's to do with my anxiety and avoiding wanting to be alone in the daytime. So trying to sleep my day away on purpose. And then the other part is having insomnia, not being able to sleep, and then finding out that if I watched YouTube, I could kind of YouTube myself to sleep. And it was a really good way of relaxing my brain somehow. Like, if I watch an hour's worth or half an hour of YouTube, I'm like, okay, I can go to sleep now. It's ridiculous. If you just put me in bed and I can't watch anything, I'm just like, can't sleep. So, yeah, it's going to be a mission, and I'm going to try my best. I've got to do this. So anyway, went to sleep at 4:30, and then today I woke up and it had just gone midday, and I was furious. I had kind of promised myself that I would not sleep past midday. I was only aiming for 11 anyway, so it's like, it's not that big a friggin' change, it's 1 hour. you know? Like, I was waking up at 12 in the past. I mean, the recent past. Before that, it was a lot later. So, this was only a 1 hour time change. But somehow, I managed to wake up and it's 12:05. And just because it was 5 past, you know, if it had been 11:59, I probably wouldn't have cried. I would have been annoyed that I hadn't got up at 11, but I probably wouldn't have cried about it. And I just burst into tears because I was like, it's 12:05, you failure. And all I could do was repeatedly call myself a failure in my head. It was horrible. And I was on the phone to my other half and I was crying, you know, and he was just like, it's alright, you know, we're going to sort it out. Is there anything I can do to help this, you know, help you make this happen? And I was like, I don't see how anyone can, like, do anything. Like, I've got to be the one to do it, but I'm not going to turn down help if it's offered to me. But I don't see what, I just don't know what the hell to do to make myself do it. Because, you know, sure, someone can go, Jess, it's 2 o'clock, you need to go to sleep, but I'm just going to be like, okay, and not do it. So we were thinking about actually turning off the router, actually cutting me off from the internet at 2 a.m. because I thought, if I don't actually have access to the internet, then it is a little bit like negative reinforcement, but it might be the only way. And obviously that scares me, and my data plan that I have on my phone is so stupidly tiny that I cannot watch YouTube on it. I literally can't. If I watched one video, it would take up a quarter of my monthly allowance, so I would never do that. So that might be the way forward. But anyway, that's my story of my sleeping pattern for today, and I seem to be making everything very long-winded, so I'm going to try and make my little roundup really quick and then shut up. Okay, so I'm just going to do like my exposures. I'm not going to go into like everything I achieved today like I did yesterday, because I just went on and on and on. I would say my exposures today, I still count going for my coffee, sitting in the coffee shop for an hour, and going to the park for half an hour. Still, I will always count those because it's a daily exposure, you know, it still counts. So those two, and then I took myself to the new falafel shop for lunch, but obviously I got it as a takeout, but it's so close. It's like almost next door to the coffee shop, so it wasn't, you know, it wasn't out of my comfort zone of like area, but it was a new shop, which is always intimidating. I don't know what I'm ordering, I've never seen the menu, you know, and it was actually quite stressful because there was a woman there who was being really kind of not very nice to the staff, and she was spending ages doing everything, and it was a bit confusing and horrible, and I did get quite anxious in there. And then, okay, so I got lunch, which is a different thing for me. I don't often get lunch in. Yeah, and then I went to the gym. I went to the gym and went on a treadmill, which is almost 2 things, for 10 whole minutes, which is the longest I've been on one since I had the panic attack on the treadmill 2.5 years ago, or whatever, 2 years ago. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it for today. I'm going to try my hardest to chill out now, because I know that I have tired myself out beyond any kind of, I really shouldn't have done as much as I did. I know a lot of people who go, oh no, you should like do it if you feel like it, you should do as much as you can, but it just makes me even tired the next day. And today I was exhausted, and I don't know, it's like I'm running on fumes, you know? You know that saying? I don't know where the energy's coming from, but it's not coming from a good place, if that makes sense. I don't know where it's coming from. I think it's just, once I've had my coffee, I just kind of do a load of stuff, and then I just kind of fall. So I've got to go do dinner now, and it's gone 9 p.m, which is later than I want to be eating dinner. I've got to get that flight, it's doing my head in. So now I've got to go and do dinner, and I am exhausted, I'm shattered. I don't know how I'm going to do it. So anyway, yeah, so I will see you tomorrow, and if you want to check out the days before this, I will try and leave them in a link to them in the description box below. Yeah. And I will try and do that, and I hope you come back to see the rest of my week. And yeah, thank you for watching as always, and I hope to see you soon.